So a little bit on the four immeasurables. A little bit on the four immeasurables. So I mentioned the four immeasurables are four things, starting with loving kindness, compassion, empathy or empathetic joy, and then ultimately equanimity. So the four immeasurables are also called the four Brahma Vihara, the four chambers of the Brahman realm. So it's a complicated way of saying it. So I think it's worth explaining the meaning of the four immeasurables and why is it sometimes called the four immeasurables and why is it sometimes called the four Brahma Vihara. Okay. Now, everybody knows Zen meditation, right? Japanese Zen is both a practice and a culture. And the word Zen came from the Chinese word Chan. And that's when meditation, is, particularly the Soto meditation, went from China to Japan in the Tang Dynasty. And so they brought that practice to Japan, and the pronunciation is different, so it went from Chan to Zen. Okay, and in Korea it's called Sun, and then in Vietnam it's called something else. It's just the way that they pronounce the word, but it's the same word. It's Chan, and Chan actually came from another word called Chan Na, and Chan Na is the Chinese way of pronouncing jhana. Jhana is the state of meditation. It's a very deep state of meditation. And so we talk about how, as a being, we exist in a realm called the realm of desire. Desire means that we have our eyes, our nose, our tongue, our body, our ears. Those are the sense organs. And we sense the outside elements, the sound, the sight, and the taste, and the touch, and so forth. And from that we become very attached to them. And when we become very attached to them, we're no longer an enlightened being. So when we practice to be enlightened, it's another way of saying that we want to emancipate ourselves of all of these bodily existence. And once you do that, then you relieve yourself from what is called the desire realm to be in a different realm. And the total of three realms. There's the form and the formless. The form and the formless is what we call the Brahman realm. So when you enter the Brahman realm, you have four chambers. So those four chambers are the chamber of loving kindness, the chamber of compassion, the chamber of empathy, and the chamber of equanimity. Okay? So jhana or chana or Zen, they are both a journey and a destination. They're both a journey and destination. In your practice, however you do it, when you attain enlightenment, the first place you go to are the four chambers. So that's the journey, that's the destination. But at the same time, you can practice that, right? So that's what I mean by both a journey and a practice. So here we practice the loving kindness, compassion as a group, and then we practice the empathy and equanimity as another group. So we did the first part in the very beginning when we talk about feeling the body, accepting the feeling, and then letting go. That's practicing equanimity, and then ultimately attain joy in what we call the empathetic joy. Okay, and then now we just finished practicing what is called the loving kindness and compassion, turning our love to ourselves, to our family and friends, to compassion to the world. All right. So and then we'll come back to the loving kindness. I mean the empathy and the equanimity in a minute.